Good Fridays, August the 2nd. This is your boy Savar Matner, feeling a lot better, trying to catch up on content. This is content that's currently being edited, guys. I still got like 3 or 4 more videos to do. However, I probably won't get all of them done until Sunday-ish. Or when I get back from training camp tonight, I'll try to give you guys 1 or 2 more videos, or try to get it done before I go to training camp. Either way, um, when you guys see this video, all these videos will be uploaded tonight. The ones that I have done, the edited ones, whatever. Fingers crossed if nothing else happens. This is my training week compound lifts. This is my last day of deloading. I got 1 more day, and then it's back to work next week. Um, but I've been off all this week. Last week of July, first couple of days of August. So this took place 2 weeks prior to this. I went to the gym last week, and I haven't been filming in the gym because it's been very, 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 very busy. However, I'm gonna be going back to the gym now that my kids are back in school and everything like that, to where I can go to the gym where it's not so busy. So I'll be bringing back some of that footage from me training inside the gym. So these are my bench, squat, and deadlift lifts from 2 weeks ago. I made progression in every last one of them, so I'm happy with that. That means my recovery and therapy is going well. I had therapy this morning. So with that being said, no live stream this weekend. Live stream will take place the middle of next week. There's a lot of things that I want to talk about. I know the election is one of the big things. What happened in the Olympics with the transsexual male in the boxing match with an actual female competitor. I'm also going to be talking about anime, of course, and a couple of other things. And then just a heads up, sometime starting this month in my Discord, I will be getting with the members in the Discord. We will have a few videos recorded with the members inside the Discord about topics that they might be interested in and that they want to talk about and tackle. And we're going to have a sit down here on StreamYards, and we're going to do that and then bring you guys that content as well. So without further ado, while these videos are editing over here off to my left on the phone, I want to get started with this video here. So this is my bench, squat, and deadlift compound lifts from 2 weeks ago. So let's get started. I want you guys to hear that is real weight because my plates are different. Okay, they're different plates because you're going to see here shortly. I got two 45-pound plates sitting over here on the T-bar row. I also got two 45-pound plates like this color on my squat rack. You're going to see here in a little bit. And I got another 45-pound plates, a pair that's on the ground because deadlifting, right? So these are also 45-pound plates. They're black, but I just want you guys to hear that they're real weights and not fake weights. So that's why there's sound at the beginning of this clip. A little bit of delay there. So anyway, we're going to get started. So we did 5 sets of 225. And then actually I did for 3 sets. The last 2 sets, I'm going to increase the weight to 230. Okay. And all I was doing was double reps. Okay. I'm going to start going for triples this upcoming Monday. So, and the reason why that is, I still got weakness going on. Now it's bad. But now that I'm doing doubles, I'm going to attempt to do triples next week. Since I had a couple of weeks off, let the chest kind of rest from compound lift and let the connective tissue rest and everything like that. So the weight is moving very easy. Okay. So get that off the screen. Sorry about that. So I'm not disappointed. The goal is to be able to do 225, 5x5, right? And the reason why I added 5 more pounds, did 230, is because I want to make it easier to get to that goal with 225. So I'm going to be doing that. And like I say, starting Monday, because I'm starting back creatine loading as well as of yesterday. The goal is to do a triple for the first set, do a triple for the second set, and then do a triple for the third set. Rest as long as I need to rest. And then for the last 2 sets, we're going to increase the weight by 5 at 230. and do a double. And if I think I got a triple in me, do a triple for the last set. So this is set number 3, 225. Once again, down, taking my time, pressing up. Weights moving pretty good. That was a little bit of a grounder there. And you're going to see the plate here in a second that I'm going to add. Pay attention. They go to half plate right there. And we're going to jump that up, like I say, to 225. So it's all about getting precision leg drive and just knowing what you can lift. I'm very proud, of the progress that I'm making. If you go back about, about 7, maybe 8 weeks ago, when I first started that press 225, it was hard just doing a double. So the doubles are flying up. And mind you, I haven't been on creatine since May. Okay, May. I got a picture of me on creatine, a picture of me after not being on creatine, after this workout, and then my last workout before I took a break in May. After that deload in May, before I took the whole month out for June, because June was my traveling month. And I always take the whole month of June off, and you can see the difference of the water weight and what the creatine does. So now I'm doing pulse reps with 185. Every 3 reps, I go down, I pulse the weight, now I press up, and that is actually hard to do. But it helps you with explosive power, right, to get past sticking points. So once again, 1, 2, come down 3. We're going to pause, press up, 1, 2, come down. We're going to pause, press up. That is grueling, believe it or not. And why not? We do it one more time, right? This is just getting volume in to wear out the muscle. So, I came down and then now I'm doing some volume training with some pulse reps. Pulse reps will challenge you, man. It looks easy, but it's not that easy, because you're stopping the weight, you're stopping momentum, and then you're trying to press weight from a dead stop. All right, now we lowered all the way down to 150 pounds, and I think I only did 1 set. If I recall, gonna be some pauses here too. I think every 5 reps. Yep, that's a pause there. Just going with the motion, man. Should be a pause here. There we go, right there. And I think I'm gonna ink out like 5 more. I think it's been a while. It's been like 2 weeks now. I'm grinding, man. I'm grinding. Muscles hurting. And I'm going to pause it here if I recall. Yep, pause the weight there. Push it up. Rack it. Pretty much I was just trying to kill all the stored energy still in the chest. Now I'm working on the right pec. For those of you that have been following me for a while, this pec here is a little bit undeveloped versus this pec here is a little more juicy, right? You can see that there in the camera right there. So working unilateral exercises like the one-handed dumbbell press is making me work that pec a little bit harder, since I don't have another weight in the opposite hand to balance myself out. So I'm putting a lot of emphasis on this pec. Notice I went from the 50-pound dumbbells down to the 30-pound dumbbells. And I did that because now it's all about getting value instead of strength in there. So I got my hand on that area to stimulate, to make the muscle, work in the mind muscle connection. Me touching the muscle, I can feel it contracting. That makes me control it a little bit better. It just reassuring that the muscle's firing where I'm aiming at. And I'm drop down to the 25s. Lean back again. And now the lower the weight, the less you'll feel it on that muscle. And notice I'm slowing it down because the weight's getting lighter. And after a while, the front delt will start to tire out too. So, it's all about trying to get what you can get with what you have. All right. Now, I think I went down one more. I think I went down to the 15s or the 20s. It's been a while. Well, I want to say the 15s. Nope, 20s. This video here is a good one. This is about my car, and I got done editing here. Yep, and 94%. Notice I'm taking my time. Press. And it's going to start getting cooler outside, so you'll see a lot more of me training outside, doing farmers walks, deadlifting outside. Well, I ain't say deadlift outside, I don't want to fuck the concrete up, but doing farmers carry, a lot of cardio-based exercises you're going to see me do. Yes, I went down to the 15. I'm really trying to wear that pec out. So that's coming real soon. After September, I usually start going back outside and training. October to November, I'm outside. And then February, not so much, but March and April, I'm outside. May, June, July, and August, I'm not outside training too much in that heat. Yeah. So now the chest, the delt, everything is wore out. I'm like, fuck. But just trying to get it wore out. Now I'm doing some flies, and notice I'm taking my time. I'm not going that heavy because I want the muscles to work. I don't want a lot of secondary muscles to get in to help me move that weight. So you lower the weight. The muscles will work better when you can feel the muscles working versus you having to weight so heavy that other muscles have to take over. That takes the targeted muscle out of the equation for getting the most work. So even though the weight might be light, you'll get more of a pump and more of a muscle contraction with weight that you can control with that muscle versus going too heavy and having a lot of other muscles come in to take resistance off of the muscle. So at the gym, you guys might see me do 130, 140, pound flies. Well, that machine can't allow me to do that. This machine cannot. It doesn't have the same architecture that those machine does. So you lower the weight down. I think I'm working with maybe 60 pounds. 100 was the most, 60 pounds now. Now we're in. You see how my hand position changed? That's really targeting the sternum, right? Really targeting the inside of the chest, believe it or not. It's just the way how the arms are and how the weight target, the way it moves, the way you bring your arms in a little bit more to get that middle part of the chest to work. Those connective tissues right there when they connect to your sternum. Nice little pump. And you'll find out real quick if you got this type of machine at the house that will the SRX 50, that doing it this way, you can't go that heavy. I remember it took me a while just to get to 3 plates. I think I was on like 1 plate for the longest. Like it's hard to maneuver like that. But once you start to develop muscle in that area and the muscle get used to that weight, it'll become easier and easier and easier, and you'll get a nice little pump. The whole chest is working, just the emphasis now to shift it to the inside of the chest. It's a nice little pump. All right, now I want you to pay attention to my form here. I want you to pay attention. Notice my back, and I did this on purpose because I see a lot of guys roll like this. This might be okay when the weight is this light, okay? But the heavier this weight get, the less you want this rounding right here in your lower lumbar spine, right? That is a recipe for slip disc. I did that instinctually because you're going to see my form change on the last 2 sets of these rows. But a lot of guys, they back might be tight because of tight hamstrings. And that's all based on, posterior, interior pelvic tip. Interior, your pelvic or your hips sits one way, right? You want a little bit of flex, a little bit of play. This is more of a posterior tilt, right? So your posture go down. A lot of people walk like this here. That put your hamstrings, your lower back get tight. That kind of tugs on your hamstrings a lot of times because you got a tight lower back. Then you got interior where you're more like this, right? Your hips are more facing like you got this boner, like you walk kind of like this here, but you don't have a boner, right? Now, what causes that is overactive adductor muscles right here in your hips. The tighter these are, you tend to be sitting like this here, right? And that too comes from doing a lot of sitting and just not training those muscles. Mainly sitting will cause a lot of your hip weakness, and not training glutes, right, or doing anything to work the ass muscles. So you may find that you have tight muscles. For me, my back wasn't tight. I just instinctively did this to show you proper form here in a second. Now I'm still hitting the rows, right? I'm still getting up there. I'm still targeting my lats, right? My lats, I'm targeting all the muscles, my rhomboids, my teres minor, teres major muscles in the back, right? And the whole trapezius area, believe it or not, because your traps run from your neck down to your lower back there. Okay. Now watch my form. Watch how it drastically changed. Notice the difference. You'll see me tighten my back up. Now watch. This is how you want to do. Notice my back. Notice that neutral spine. Notice that right there. That's going to ensure that the lats get engaged. The spinal erectors, these muscles here, especially in your lower lumbar, the spinal erectors or support muscles, they're going to get worked because they're in a fixed position, right? They're trying to keep you stable. So those stabilizers are going to be under constant tension. So it's going to be harder if you never did any stabilizing movements like this. I'm really targeting the lats here and the upper back, right? But your stabilizers, your hamstrings, your glutes, right? All these muscles got to become stable. Even your calves down here become stable. But this is how you want to do a row, and you'll see the difference in this row. So it's a whole different row. Look at the form. So I instinctively did that to show you the proper form, right? I know a lot of guys say they're gonna try to tell you to get a little bit more parallel. That's all gonna depend on your apprometry, the way you are made, how tall you are, how short you are. But pretty much you want to be at about 45-degree angle trunk, right? So it's about 45 degrees, a little bit more than 45, but not that much because I'm going up. But when I go down with the weight, notice I'm right at about 45 degrees. I'm not really at 90. So you want to be at an angle like this, right? And I'm noticing I'm getting right below the knees. See there? I'm going below the knees, putting the lats in the most stretched position. This is where I'm doing most of the damage at, right? And then I'm going to contract the lats, right? And notice the elbows. They're pretty much perpendicular, 90-degree bend. I'm pretty much hitting the lats the way it needs to be. The bar is going right in that groove, right around your navel, right? So that's how you do a row. Taking my time, getting below the knees, coming up, boom. I'm going to repeat it again. And you're going to notice me straighten up my back before I do the pull. You just want to have a neutral spine. Neutral spine. Get tight, come up, right? Neutral spine. Boom, boom, boom. And you'll notice your lower back will start to get fatigued, right? And that what normally causes the movement to end prematurely. So you want to strengthen your lower back doing moves like this, rows, deadlifts, anything to keep tension right here on the lower back will help. All right. Now in the corner, I'm doing T-bar rows, 90 pounds. Now, my back's already fatigued, but I'm going to try to do all that I can. And I know somebody will say, well, you're sitting high. Well, I'm rowing wide. It's going to be hard to be like this trying to row wide. You're not going to be able to get the full contraction. The closer my hands come in, the more bent over I'm going to get. And you'll see here in a second. Notice my hand came in. I notice my form. I ain't going to be too far up. I'm going to be a little bit more closer to the ground. That's because you're changing the area of the back that you're targeting. And I'm wore out. I'm going to do all that I can. This is just to fatigue the muscle, right? Boom, boom. Like, fuck it. But I'm training, man. You train hard. You train hard. I'm going to go back and do one more set. This time I'm going to go in and go out, right? Get myself set up here. Boom, boom, boom. Take my time. And the closer you go, the more lats you're working, the closer you bring your hands. So this position right here is targeting more of the lats, okay? The wider I go, more neutral right in the middle. Neutral, that's middle back, lats. Some of the upper back, I'm like, I can't even pull no more. Like, my back was fried. So we're going to do some lat pull downs. My back is fried. That's what I'm saying. Like, my back is fried. So right here, we'll come in and do some lat pull downs. I'm gonna adjust the way I think. I started with 130 pounds, maybe a little bit less. Not that crazy. Half the stack's about like 120, something like that. If that, maybe 100. Because that cable, the cable this way on this machine isn't that much resistance. The cable at the bottom where you do your leg extensions and your rows, if you want to do see the rows, that cable is like resistant, very resistant. That makes the stack almost 300 pounds, the whole stack at that point. So when you're doing your chest flies and your lat pull downs like this, it's like cut in half. It's like 100, and the whole deck be like 200, and then it goes up an extra 100 based on the bottom cables. Notice I was doing the pull downs. I was taking my time and doing the pull downs. Just the camera there. Come back again. And you can see that just taking my time. I thought I had edited up a little bit better to where you had to see me come adjust the camera. That's on me, trying to get everything pumped out for you guys. But notice I'm taking my time, not rushing the weight, controlling the eccentric, be explosive. No concentric. This is the concentric, and then letting the eccentric, take its time and attention. That's where you're doing most of the tear when you're eccentric right here. That's concentric, eccentric. You're contracting the lats, and then now you're letting the lats go back to a relaxed state. That's when you're doing most of the tearing. All right. We're going to adjust the weight. Now we're going to do behind the neck pulls here in a second. And this isn't for everybody. Behind the necks is one of those things where there's a lot of controversy about loading your cervical spine and all of that. Honestly, if you do it right, you're not going to hurt yourself. You're really going to get a nice workout in that area. I thought I edited this out. Yeah, I know I'm out of breath. I thought, see, rushing didn't get clean. But that's me just resting for a few seconds, not taking too long. All right, there we go. Come on down. And notice I'm taking the bar. I'm coming right about here, right in the middle, maybe just north of my nipple. Bring the bar right about here. That's getting all the lats. If I go lower than that, now it becomes a different type of row. And it's going to really target the lower lats a little bit. But if you really want to hit the lower lats, you do that with doing either single arm pull downs or doing the seated row this way. And the way you move your hands and how you bring that cable towards you is going to dictate how that plays out. I'm resting again. I'm going to speed up a little bit. I'm resting. There we go. I didn't realize. I thought I had cleaned all that up, guys. That's on me when I did the edit. I didn't go back and pay attention to that spot there. So that's on me. So anyway, another set. Come down. We're going to keep rolling. We're going to roll. We're going to roll. You want to have a nice thick back. That's how you build your back. You want to have nice lats. Of course, you got pull-ups. I do pull-ups. Not so much at the house. The bar here on my squat rack is very low, so I have to bend my legs back to do pull-ups. That make it hard, but also unless I add weight on the machine, the bar itself tend to kind of want to sway. So I do pull-ups at the gym, but I know you guys might want to see me do something here at the house. So if that's the case, I'll start putting weight on the squat rack. They got weight holders. And then I'll do me some pull-ups that way. Now we're going behind the neck. I'll lower the weight down. That's about 60 pounds max. And I'm just taking my time. Notice the concentric being explosive, slowing the eccentric. Contracting right there, letting the weight go down slowly. Just taking my time. You get a nice contraction in the middle part of your upper back here. That's where your rhomboids meet, your teres minor, teres major, your spinatus muscles, even your rear delt gets a little bit of motherfucking work. All through here, some of your traps, they get a little bit of work. It's a very good exercise if you do it correctly. I cannot stress that enough. It's all about doing shit correctly. All right, time for push-ups. And once again, guys, sorry about that horrible edit. Normally I'm on my game, but I didn't go back to go through and click. That's on me. And you can see my arms. They're nicely developed. I'm still working. I want to be a little bit bigger than that. I'm just taking my time doing what they call MRAP, as many reps as possible. I'm not trying to go all the way to failure. As close as I'm getting there. I could have squeezed out 3 more, but there was a set amount of push-ups I'm trying to get to without overdoing it. So that's why we're cutting it a couple of reps short. But it's kind of MRAP, but we're using reps in reserve, or RIP, reps in RIR. RI, reps in reserve, RIR, RIR. And your RAP is reps over Z assertion. So that's kind of same thing. Assertion is how much effort you're putting out. Do another set. Like I said, I'm taking my time. Well, not taking my time, I'm trying to crank out as many as I can because like I said, I have a number in mind. I think it was 50 because I did 50 more upstairs. So, doing 50 on that is a lot different because you'll that was a couple of inches higher. It's harder. Once again, there we go. Trying to keep a neutral spine, chest high. Just crank them on out. I think this is the last set. Just trying to grind it on in. I got like 2 more. Yep, that was it. And that's that. Now, leg day, 225. And believe it or not, I'm going to up the weight on the squat rack as well. So we're doing 5x5s. And just taking my time. Getting down to depth. And I'm very proud. A few months ago, I wasn't even doing this for a couple of reps. So I'm back up to 225. And I know if I want to do a 1 rep max, it might be like 270 for right now at 180 pounds, give or take, depending on my water weight. And notice I'm getting down. I'm going to pause it here. I'm getting down to depth right here. There is a little shift a little bit when I go down the hole, right? But that's just the way it is sometimes. It's not that I can't control the weight. Sometimes the body, depending on what you did the night before, or if you tighten certain areas, you might get a little shift in the weight. And I noticed that on those squats. That's why the next few sets coming up, I try to do my technique a little bit differently. But notice arms are parallel down to the ground. And I'm at parallel and trying to show you when you get into the hole, there's a bounce out of the hole. I'll show you on the next set here. Get on the bar. Break at the hip. Push the hip back first. You know, the hip is breaking first. Sit down, sit down. So right there, that's that dip. See my knees. If you to make a straight line from the point of my knees about right here and go this way, you will see that the crease of my hip is sitting down south of that line. That is known as ass to grass squatting or below parallel. This will be, I'll show you on the next rep. This would be parallel. Notice the knee, notice the crease in the hips right here. That's identical. They go along that line perfectly. That would be parallel. So that's how you can always tell when somebody is getting down to depth. So I always try to get to parallel or a little bit south. All depends on what you're trying to do. Bag out 3 steps. Now I got 230 on the bar. We went up a little bit. It knows I had kind of fixed my form a little bit because I noticed that little wobble up front. And all it really was, my left leg was a little tight. The left hamstring was a little bit tight. But I'm happy to do 230 for 5. We're going to do 1 more set. There we go. We got 1 more. Now I'm going for 1 more. Just say, fuck it. And I was proud. I was happy. That lets me know that my squat's going back up. Now, 185. Eke out a few reps. Just get some volume in. Nothing too crazy. That just lets me know that my strength, once again, is going up, even in that lift as well. So everything is going the right direction. And here before the end of the year, I'm probably going to be squatting 240 5x5s. And I'm hoping to be I'm hoping to be benching 235 to 240. Hopefully now close to 5x5s, and that'll be awesome. And my deadlift, once I can hit 350, which you'll see here today, once I can do 5 sets, 5 reps, then I would jump that up to about about 365 maybe. I think I'll be able to do 365, and we'll start the progression over again. Try to do a double for 5 sets, so 5 sets for 2 reps, and then work my way all the way up to 5 reps. With deadlifting, you don't want to go too many reps with heavy weight. Especially you closing on your max. When I do lower the weight down, though, I tend to go 5 to 10 reps, depending on how much the weight that I'm using. But I don't think with any weight you want to see 10 reps with deadlifting. So, and those my eyes. I thought I seen a spider crawling on the wall. I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I'm looking at the wall. So now I'm just getting some leg extension in. Notice I didn't do no hamstring work. I wait to do any hamstring training after my deadlift session that's coming up here in the next screen you'll see shortly. And because your hamstrings play a big role when you deadlift, it's part of the posterior chain. So I left my hamstrings untouched until deadlifting. I'm a deadlift, and then when I went to the gym that following Monday, I killed my hamstrings. Of course, you guys didn't see that because I didn't record the gym. But once again, that footage will be coming back. Me at the gym, try to get some brief top sets only in. And my legs are full of blood. I love showing you guys that nice pump. They're full of blood. Full of blood. Now deadlifting. So I did it with the garage open because it was hot as fuck in the garage and the fans just wasn't cutting it. So now you're gonna see this is 315. Nice pull. Boom. And I know I'm using straps. Once again, I am working on my grip. Eventually you'll start seeing me hook gripping again with this type of weight. So this is 340 for a single. I ain't want to do a double. And I think this is my first working set with 350. The goal was 3 reps, 3 sets. Reset, pull, reset, and then pull. Put it up. Doing this at 177 pounds, close to about 180. Today I weigh 178, but once again, I'm reloading with creatine, so I'm probably gonna get up to about 180 and stay there while I'm creatine. And this is set number 2. Got one more in me. Reset, pull. Keeping that bar nice and close. You can see my pants. They're tracking right up my pants, keeping the bar nice and close. Nice and close. You can see how they track up right there. I'm going to go ahead again. Pull. Boom. Drop. Set. Pull. Boom. Drop. Set. I got one more. I know it's in me. I know it's in me. Bring it back. Pull. I'm a long way away from deadlifting 460 like I used to, but it's going the right direction. I'm a lot smaller as well. So then we drop the weight down to 300 pounds. And the goal is just 5 reps. And so my next training section, same thing. I'm going to do 3 sets, 3 reps. And then if I'm not too fatigued, I'm going to try a 4th set and go for 3 reps. So that's coming up this week with deadlifting. So we're going to see, like I say, we'll slowly progress. We got to slowly progress. That deadlifting is something that you don't want to overdo. Feel good. I'm proud of myself. And then we got one more set here. Nothing crazy. This is just getting some volume in. And of course, when you deadlifting, you're warming up. That's going to do some work to you too. So with warming up on deadlifting, you got to be very careful. Same with squatting. Same with squatting. If you do too many sets with squats, too many sets with deadlifts while you're warming up and benching, you're going to find out real quick that you might have fucked yourself. So after that, we go over to bent over rows. Now you're going to see it from a different angle. My back's a little bit fatigued, but I straighten it out. You can't see because the camera's in front, but you can see how my back is straight, and I got a jersey on as well. But notice how the bar is going south of the knees. But trust me when I tell you, my lower back is like, hey, bro, you're doing too much right now. But it's all about stabilizing those muscles. Same thing. I'm straighten myself up, come up. Notice I put my thumbs right there in front of the bar. That's to put more emphasis on the back. Because sometimes when you grip the bar, you put more emphasis on the forearms and other muscles will take over. So stabilizing muscles like the biceps and the forearms. And I'm trying to alleviate that. So you wrap your thumb in front like that, and it emphasizes more of the lats. Do it again. Now we're up to 150. I think I only got one set of 5, and then I'm gonna try to do some pin lay rows. But at this point in time, my back was like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! Fuck you!" God, I'm starting to lose my hair. I'm almost 40, guys. I'm starting to get it. God damn, bro. God damn. I remember days where I had a head full of hair. I'm getting old, man. Notice how I'm trying to stay parallel to the ground, perpendicular a little bit, parallel, straight, right, even with the ground, to pull that weight to target more the upper back. But I ain't have number 4 pulls. So go back over to the corner. And same thing, we're doing some T-bar rows. We're going to go 5 out, 5 neutral, 5 in. So I was happy to get it. That's set 1. Set 2, we can go in. Boom. Boom. Just taking my time. I got one more. Let's get it. Let's eat. That natural hunger. I'm a natural, baby. Like, fuck it. And then we go ahead and do some pull downs. And after this, I'm pretty much done. Because guess what? I got something for you guys you think I can't do. You're going to see me do it in a minute. Like I say, same thing with the pull downs. Half the stack, about 100 pounds. Nothing crazy. Taking my time. Not trying to overdo it. There we go. Set number 2. Just taking my time. Really working. You can see my lats working. So the searching of the lats, working. The lats is really doing a lot of work. Look how them lats are right there. You can see the lats work. And notice how I'm slowing down the eccentric. I'm fighting it, slowing it down. I'm trying to tear as much of this muscle, in particular, the lats, as I can. But all these muscles are working, but this is the muscle that I'm targeting the most, the lat right there. Chewing gum at the same time. I see chewing gum. All right, just wait. And then we'll go behind the neck for a couple of sets. And look at the lats, boy. Look how juicy them lats are. Really, I'm focusing right in the middle right here. Get that nice thickness of your run boys right through here. And you see how your traps attach to the back of your occipital bone right here? They're attached right there. So anytime you see the muscles in your neck like that, that means you got some nice developed traps. If you overwork these traps, you may find your eyesight and other things may start to ache and ringing in the ears and all other shit. Because, science, nerves, and science. You got a lot of nerves in your neck. Notice how I'm taking my time on that squeeze. I mean, look at them juicy lats. I mean, notice how I'm taking my time on that squeeze right there. I'm eccentric, contracting explosively, squeezing, letting it drop, come down, squeeze, letting it drop. It's just that simple. Don't be too heavy with the weight. I know Mike O'Hearn can do a lot, but Mike O'Hearn has been lifting weights for a very long time. He's just a strong motherfucker. The average guy don't need to try to do what Mike O'Hearn does. Now we're going to end it with some ab rollouts. And this is very good for the core. I know a lot of people didn't know I could probably do this. I know it's a bigger wheel. I'm getting a smaller one, but this is still challenging as well. And you notice the first set, I didn't go too deep. I got to reset again. Notice that when I go back, notice how when I go back, and then once I get this roundness, right, I'm contracting the abs, right? This right here. And notice how my ass is sitting right over my feet. They're like my ass is damn near directly over my crease in the back of my knee, right? That's where you want to stop. You don't want to sit on your feet. So this right here, that's a full contracted ab. And then you roll back out as far as you can go. Notice the back is straight, everything is straight. You try to get as low as you can get, damn near kissing the damn ground, right? And then you repeat the process. Put all your emphasis in your abs, right? My mind is on my abs. Right? Set number 2, I'm gonna do the twist. Go out and in, right? So I'm gonna come out first, go down, come back, and then I'm gonna go out. All right, come down, go back. It's not about trying to kiss the floor, it's just taking your time, working your core to your ability. See that? Down. This is good core strength. So you see people doing ab wheels and they can go like I can go, or even go a little bit lower. They have good core stability. And it's hard to do. You ain't got to do that many reps to tear your core up. You'll feel it the next day, if not the second day, and for sure by the third day when the abs going to recover. And then we're going to do one more set, and that'll be it, guys. That'll be the video. You know, I got to start filming in a couple of days for this week's training. So last set, I'm just going straight out. And notice I straighten myself out. And then when I start to contract, I contract and stop. And you see where my butt stops right at the crease. Like it gets fucking damn near parallel. But I'm rounding my back. I'm trying to contract those abs on the way in. Boom. And the eccentric here. Hold. Come back. Boom. I'll already get fatigued. And that is it. That is my workout, guys. And that was the week before I went on deload here. So, hope you all enjoy. I will be back with some more content like this here over the next few weeks. So, it's going to start to get busy. I got some things I'm trying to get done in the Discord with health and fitness as well. So, be on the lookout for that. I'm doing a video about supplementation and about the serving chart on food so people can stop over consuming if you're trying to lose weight. Those videos will be in the Discord only. There will be what you call it, untitled videos, so you won't be able to find them on YouTube without the link. So if you want to find it out, you gotta join the Discord and then hit the Discord link. I'm leaving it in the description of this video here, and then go watch that video. It's on YouTube, but you won't be able to see it because it's untitled. So, and you'll be able to keep up with training progress. It's my way of giving back. And so since I got sick this week, that was the plan for this week, and try to get all this hammered out. So now I'm catching up with stuff. So I got content, guys, to be patient with, and I appreciate it. So hope you guys enjoy. And until the next fitness video, this has been your boy, Savar Matner. I'm everyone. Peace.